Tusk. Hello everyone, and I'm giving you my own review of Tusk. And basically, Tusk is a movie based off a live stream story that Kevin Smith had a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, like a few years ago. And basically involved a fan of his. And I can't say more than that because that will spoil all the film. But basically, it's about a character who's connected to a fan of him, and the main character played by Justin Long, I believe. I have it on my laptop. It is, yeah, played by Justin Long, and basically, he goes on to this bit of wrapped up story like that, and basically includes another, basically meeting with another character played by Michael Parks, and the character's name is Howard Ho. I'm not sure how I say that, but basically that's his character's name, and basically they meet up, and basically he goes and cohesively mixes in with this character, and basically from that point on, involves this very unique, depraved, dark, and really hard, deep, and twisted fantasies that involves, I'll say, a walrus. Which, by the way, when I heard that, I'm just like, I want to hear the Beatles song, I Am the Walrus in this, which would be hilarious, but unfortunately they didn't play that. Although. But, aside from that, this is a film that's unlike any other. And I personally think that's both a compliment and insult. Number one, I do like this aspect of the film that is like the first 40 minutes are very well established with a good story, a good cohesive narrative and focus. And I really, really enjoyed that. And the acting was very, very good, especially from Justin Long. And basically, it goes along with this tale, and there's moments with this film in particular is that there's a really weird balance of freaky ass horseshit, like you see in an average, I won't say average horror film, but it's like the type of Saw / Hostel / Cabin Fever feel to it, like a really, really odd, spunky, fucked up type of horror issue feeling that some has and shows to you. But there's some moments where it's like laugh out loud funny when you were like, okay, when you were legitimate, be like, okay, that's ridiculous, why would you do that, that's stupid. And you're really kind of at those points within this film are like I was just like, I'm starting to question this film's intent. And at that point, I feel like this film is just going on for its own weird, cohesive feeling for itself. I really, really enjoyed the feel of this film, and I liked the characters. The characters were fine. They weren't great or anything, but they were fine. They were decent for what they were. And at some point, you actually see Haley Joel Osment. Yes, we haven't seen him for like 16 years. I'm not joking. The last film he was in was The Sixth Sense, and that was a really long time ago. That was in 1998, and I liked him in this movie. He was pretty good with his part, and I really liked him. Like basically, all the actors in this film, they were good. They were fairly good. But there's some moments where this film really does kind of struggle from an identity crisis, and it's like, oh, is this trying to be like a torture porn-ish type of feel to it, or is it supposed to be lighthearted comedy within itself, or if it is type of comedy like that, it's really odd when you put in this type of balance within it, and it feels like it's really, really off, and there's moments where you're just like, holy crap, it's really, really hard to focus on what this film is trying to be or not. And in some moments, it does legitimately work for some sides of it. There were some moments where it was trying to be funny, and I was genuinely laughing. And there's some moments where it's trying to be disturbing, and I was freaked out. I'm like, oh God, gross, fuck, turn it away. And those moments I would legitimately say I liked, and those parts were legitimately good to me, and I liked them. They were good. And I would certainly say that torture porn-ish type of feel for this film is truly unlike anything I've ever seen, unless if you've seen Human Centipede or Hostel or Saw, then you think I have seen those films. Then you know what kind of torturous type of things they would do within this film. And I like the feeling and this type of environmental feeling, where it's like a very has this the color palette at times where the environment is like blood red and brown and orange and is complemented with black color environments like that. And it really, to me, that seems very comforting. And it's like, there's a sense of like, you don't want to stop. And it's like the environment kind of sucks me in at times. I'm like, wow, that works. And I do admire the film for using practical effects, and that's just like totally forcing it down your throat in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I still can't get over that film. Just Christ. And overall, I won't say overall yet because I'm not talking about the film. There's a cameo which I'm not going to spoil here. I really enjoyed it. I really thought that cameo was really great. And the way the film ended and concluded and tied up, I thought for its own style and what the film was trying to be, it did it well, and I really quite enjoy that. Is this a perfect film? No. There's a sense within this film that it doesn't know if it's trying to be what kind of feeling or film it was trying to be at times. There's moments where both sides of both the horror and comedy aspects of it did fall flat. Like I would say about 40 to 40. I would say about from 30 to 45% of the time they did fall flat. But though there's like some good points within this film where you're just like, wow, that legitimately did work. Overall, I don't think this film is as bad as everyone else says. Although I do admit it's not great at points either. It's like, oh yeah, I'll talk about something else. It's like, I want to say from the ending, the way, like I said before, the way it wraps up is good, but the parts leading up to the ending were pretty piss poor, and I really need to improve on the horror aspect. That's really, within this film, those heavy-handed, really horrific moments really come in, like that last 30-40 minutes type of horror movie type of feeling you would usually see within a horror film. It's like those moments come and they don't really hit that mark especially well, and they seem pretty off focus, and they seem really mixed altogether. And all around, I would say this, I decently liked Tusk. I wanted to love this film because I love Kevin Smith. Like I said before, and I'll say it a million times, I love Kevin Smith. I adore Clerks. That's one of my favorite comedies of all time. But this film, in the end, I will give Tusk, in my opinion, 55%. It's not nothing special, but you'll legitimately enjoy your time if you know what kind of film you're getting yourself into. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed my review of this film, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you take consideration what I said within this review. If you have or have not seen this film, I would say see it if you want. I don't know, I'm not so sure. Until the next video, everyone. Tell me down below in the comment description down below what you thought of this film. What you think of Kevin Smith in general, and what you think is his best film, because my favorite film by Kevin Smith is Clerks. I'm sorry for the sneeze, if that was super loud. Basically, thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you within the next review. See you until then, and remember, stay strong.